Yeah, hi. Sorry. Good afternoon, students. This is Raja again. They'll continue working on this assignment for the ProShop Chapter 5 using advanced um, functions to solve the problem. So we stopped at step 7, where we are going to analyze the employee and on the employee analysis worksheet in cell D14. We're going to use a new function. It's the ifs. So the ifs, it's the same logic as the if function. However, we use the ifs when we have multiple outcomes, more than 2 outcomes. So in this case, it's on the cell. So I'm just gonna cell here the level. Then you define in cell C. So based on the hours here that we have, we're gonna define the level. So in D14, enter the formula using the ifs. So you see how I'm gonna go ahead and enter that. So it checks whether, so we're gonna have multiple logical tests and outcomes. So the first one, check if the hours, okay, it's less than 25 threshold. We cannot classify this as beginner training level. Okay, when if the same cell value less than, if the same cell value is less than, that's the second one, less than 40 proficient. Again, proficient. Okay. And if you want to just say every other option, so use that's every other option. That means, anything it's 40 and above, it's going to be an expert. Okay, so that's how we write using FS. It's a multiple scenarios. So C4 here, C4 checked for the beginner. If it's less than the proficient, everyone else is going to be an expert in this case because it's 45 training hours. And then I'm just going to go ahead and copy that to give me the level for our cells. Step 8, I want to calculate on the customer analysis worksheet in cell G4. So when I use nested if function that will return the values based on the following. So there's a logic that we are basing on to specify based on the classification here. Or again, the customer analysis. Okay, so in cell G4, okay, so this is will just specify what type of coupon this customer will receive. So I have 10%, 15%, and 20%. Okay, and there's a logic based on the value and a sale. We are going to determine what type of percentage they receive. Okay, so starting here, equal if. Okay, so the first, if there's two conditions, so that I'm going to combine them with an and. They are a member and their value, or the value you know, they're classified as high low, so they're classified as a high. Okay, these are, if both are true or met, then they qualify for the percentage value in I6. So I'm just gonna reference to it. So not, I can type the percentage value, but it's because we do have the cell, and I just reference to that cell value, okay, which is 20%. Okay, now this is the condition or the outcome if the both conditions are true. I'm gonna use the if again. If the other logic is if they only have the value, the value is a high. Okay, they qualify for the 15%. Okay, the other and the last option is the 10%. Okay, close this and close this. So that's the logic. Okay, as you can see here. So if it's a member and their value is high, they receive 20. If it's just a high, they receive a classification of a value of high. Not necessarily a member, they receive a value of 15, a coupon of 15 discount. Otherwise, they will receive 10%. Okay. So before I copy this formula to the other cells, I would lock the references to I6, I5, and I4.